All right, YouTube, this is Mr. Mean coming at you this fine Wednesday afternoon. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone had an amazing Christmas. Mr. Mean's Christmas was awesome. My anniversary is tomorrow. Tomorrow or today? I better get that figured out. But anyway, happy anniversary to my wife. A wonderful 10 years. We have had our trials and tribulations, but we've had our triumphs and our amazing stuff. And we have a beautiful, almost 4-year-old son. So a hearty, heartfelt, I love you, Vonda, goes out to my wife for putting up with me for these last crazy 10 years and all my craziness and mood swings and everything else. But anyway, meanies. Not much of a review today. We're going to go over a couple different things. I just wanted to get a video out because it's been a couple of days. We had a live play of our session 2 of Pickpocket Press's Low Life 2090, and I can say without a shadow of a doubt this is shaping up to be an amazing game. I am really, really enjoying it. We didn't get to play last night. It was my first day back at work, and I was just exhausted, and it's been a long day, and I'm looking forward to a lot of rest and relaxation. But what's going on? We got a couple of reviews coming up that I want to make sure everybody's aware of and can tune in. Tell your friends to like and subscribe. As always, let's grow the Meanie Army. There's a beautiful trend been going on that when I've been doing these live plays or interviewing people that are actually part of the Meanie Army, that they give a shout out and say that they're a part of the Meanie Army. So thanks to all of you guys, to Nasser, to Navander, otherwise known as AKA the Batman, to Brian my GM with the mostest. I love you, brother. A quick anecdotal story. I sent him a Christmas present, and my wife put his t-shirt that I got him. In fact, this same t-shirt right here, this one, beware the GM, or beware the smiling GM, but I sent him one in black. Purple's my favorite color, and so I sent him one in black. My wife stuffed it in a Wheat Thins box, and so I get a message on Monday when he got the box that says, "Hey brother, thanks for the Wheat Thins." And I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? And I'm like, did the t-shirt fit? And he replied back saying, no t-shirt, just the, I sent him a really awesome leather journal, which I really hope he enjoys it. He's a writer. He loves to doodle and make notes and stuff. But he said, no t-shirt in package. And I'm like, it was in the Wheat Thins box. And he goes, oh, better go get that out of the cabinet, out of the pantry. He literally thought I sent him a box of Wheat Thins for Christmas, which I don't think it's, well, you guys may not think it's that funny, but I think it's hilarious because, well, that's kind of something I would probably do to Brian anyway. So anyway, bro, I love you, man. I hope all is well. Hope you have a happy Hanukkah and enjoy your days, man. Lots of crazy things coming up on the channel. Like I said, everyone giving shout outs to the Meanie Army when we do interviews and live plays, and I really, really appreciate it. You know, this community is about 830 people strong, maybe not quite. You guys are awesome. I do this for you. I do it for me, of course. Obviously, if it's not fun, I wouldn't do it, right? But the community, the camaraderie that is shared amongst this community is awesome. And I want to take this time out to just say thank you to everyone who's a part, past and present and future, of the Meanie Army. You guys rock. That's just the bottom line. You guys just rock. It's awesome to see the outpouring of love. We don't have moderators. I don't think we need them. We have a great community on Discord. Everybody is cordial, and for the most part, everybody is nice. My Brooklyn slipped out there for a moment there. I apologize. My pot, you know. But you guys are great. I can't say enough about everything. You guys keep the discussion going. The Batman, Brian Maelstrom, Nasser. There's so many. C. Smith here. Cosmic Flux, of course, longtime supporter of the channel. C. Smith here, awesome, longtime supporter. Both are Patreon members. We'll go over the Patreon at the end of the video. So what's coming up on the Mr. Mean channel? Well, you guys probably saw that I did some Let's Plays with Stephen Turner, the current author and creator of Chivalry and Sorcery 5th edition. If you don't have that book, go pick it up. Do yourself a favor. For years, CNS, Chivalry and Sorcery, henceforth referred to as CNS, has been referred to as the historical role-playing game that, you know, and it couldn't do fantasy, or it doesn't do fantasy. Well, have you guys watched the two Let's Plays that we did with Mr. Stephen Turner as the GM, me, Nasser, Mojo, Maza, I think Maelstrom was in there for the last session, um, uh, and Andy Staples, who's the line editor for the Chivalry and Sorcery as well, and an author in and of his own right. We proved it wrong. You can do fantasy with it. I was a magic user, Magnus Barnabas. Love him. He's my favorite character so far. It's a great game. They just released, or not released, but I think it was part of the supplement was Nightwalkers. This is your werewolves and your vampires. It's a splat book, roughly running about 86 pages. Full review of this coming soon, along with the Chivalry and Sorcery 5th edition core rulebook. Stephen Turner was nice enough to send me a copy with a bunch of goodies. This was one of them. They also just released Orcs and Trolls, I believe, and Goblins, Orcs, and Trolls in PDF. So go check that out. You can use my Discord link, or Discord. You can use my drive-through RPG link below to pick it up and save yourself a buck, and I get a little kickback, so it doesn't cost you anything extra. So anyway, big shout out to Mr. Stephen Turner and Andy Staples. Thank you so much for all the goodies. I promise review coming soon, hopefully before the new year, but probably not because, well, it's New Year's. But yeah. If you were on the fence about Chivalry and Sorcery, you want a nice, meaty, crunchy, in-depth RPG that is very medieval and very accurate, historically accurate, then man, Chivalry and Sorcery 5th edition is the game for you. So just want to throw that out there. Also, I think I want to say it was either Cosmic Flux or the Batman. It might have even been Alan, who's also a Patreon. So big shout out to all my Patreons. But one of you guys mentioned Rotted Capes. And Brian and I, neither one of us had the book. And so we both went on Amazon and we bought it. And it uses the Paradigm Concepts mechanic. They have their own system. So a review of this comes pretty soon. I'm still kind of reading through it. But it's basically superheroes in the zombie apocalypse, and those superheroes are now all the most powerful superheroes are zombies, and the heroes, the protagonists, the players, the PCs, aka the meat fodder, you play the B-listers, the not quite so famous or super powerful superheroes, and now it's up to you to save the world, or at least keep a pocket of it safe. It looks pretty cool. I haven't had a chance to go through it too much, but review coming soon after the new year, of course. Been playing a lot more games online, of course, with COVID. We can't have anybody over at the house, and we had to fly down south Thanksgiving week for 2 weeks, and you guys might have noticed I was offline. And we had our own scares with COVID, and so my in-laws are elderly. They're 80 plus, and their health is failing. And so we went down there so that our son could see his grandparents, and more importantly, they could get to spend some time with him. And they appear to be doing better, so that's great. I'm super happy for them. But it was a scare, and it really freaked my wife out, and we wanted to get down there and see them. So thank you guys for hanging with me and hanging out during the Gone Dark session. But we're back, obviously, and things are back to as normal as they can get during these strange times. Let's hope that 2021 is a much better year. One of the other things I got in the mail from Arc Knight Publishing, you guys have seen me do a review of their flat plastic miniatures. I'm a big fan. And they were having a sale during the 12 days of Christmas or whatever, and they put on sale their spell templates for 5th edition, and I thought, well, they're usually pretty expensive, so I want to get in, and I want to get some when the getting's good, so to speak. And I was able to do just that. Minor mix-up in the mail. They sent me this nice, it comes in this nice plastic envelope, which you have to pay for. Little steep, I thought. I think this thing was like $6, $12 for this envelope, which I probably could have gone to Staples or Office Depot and got it myself for probably $2 to $3, maybe a couple dollars more, but not much. Anyway, it was a one-stop shop. I didn't have to go anything. I did have a discount because of Christmas, so I got it a little bit cheaper. So I didn't feel too ripped off. but I do think these things are great bang for your buck. These are spell effects. So like this one is like a beam. Which one is this? This is 60-foot line, Pathfinder 2 Wall of Fire, 66 or 46 damage, heightened. Okay, so basically it just tells you what the spell is, but it's a nice physical representation. It's made out of their plastic I don't know if it's proprietary. It's whatever plastic they use to make their stuff. They have all kinds of things. So like here's a confusion token, as you can see. So you can just put that either next to the character or give it to the player and put it on their character sheet. And they're all made out of that plastic mage armor, for your magic user in the party. And then of course various different templates that you can lay down on a gridded table, that will fit accordingly. So these things are great. You can hear they're kind of hard plastic. They're going to hold up to tableware. You can write on them. You can make notes. I've just been a big fan of them, and I wanted to be a little proactive. We've taken a hiatus from our local Pathfinder 2nd edition game, and I'm still getting the books and stuff for them as they come out. And I wanted to be proactive, and I wanted to get this. Like I said, you get this binder full of. You can see there's a whole bunch of tokens down here and stuff. I wanted to get this, and just to keep my hype up about the game, just because it's one of my favorite RPGs. Now that being said, I have a lot of favorite RPGs, as you can see, but I wanted to definitely give a shout out to Arknight for producing that. It's very cool. I think their prices are a little steep, but nobody else is making it, so what are you going to do? And they are working out of a garage, I think, 2-man show. I think his daughter's helping. So they do a great job. Their products are durable. I have a bunch of the flat plastic miniatures. Go back in the archives, check my review of those. They are awesome. I really like them. And then of course I did back the Kickstarter for the miniatures. I can't think of their name right now. They're sitting up there. Skinny Minis. There you go. I did the Kickstarter for that, and I backed that, and it came in, and it's a black binder up there. You can't really see it on the shelf, but I can't wait. Again, when we physically start playing, I'll be able to start using all these physical props again, and I'm super excited about that. The other thing I wanted to give a shout out to is Steven Grodzinski over at Pickpocket Games has been very active on the Mr. Mean channel, as well as his own Discord channel for Pickpocket Press. You guys have heard me talk about them. They do Low Life 2090. They also do Low Fantasy Gaming, which I just did a review of, which was quite well received. And then I got it at the same time, but I haven't had a chance, the Adventure Framework Collection. This is mostly for Low Fantasy Gaming, which is their obviously house rules. But this is 22 adventures, I think. Yeah, 22 adventures, all of various different levels. It is softbound, 245 pages of just gaming goodness. These are adventures that can be used in any fantasy game. They're generic enough. They are kind of aimed more towards their Midlands campaign setting, but it is gosh, I'm halfway. You can see I'm halfway through the book, a little bit more than halfway. I've been literally reading it cover to cover, and it's just adventures. This is a GM's book. Players don't need to buy this, but if you're a GM looking for adventures or looking for things to challenge your players, Low Fantasy Gaming, I think, is an amazing. I can't say enough good things. If you're playing D&D 5th edition and you just wanted more out of it, if you don't feel that 5th edition is deadly enough, or that the players are complacent and they know all the monsters and they know all the spells and there's no oomph in your game anymore, please do yourself a favor. Give Low Fantasy Gaming a try. This is the deluxe edition. You can get it off of Drive-Thru RPG. I think they also do a paperback. It uses parts of the OGL. It's kind of like old school D&D, OSR. It's a lot more lethal. Spells all have different names now, so it's not Magic Missile. They call it something else. And Sure, your players are going to learn what it is and they're going to know it, in a couple of sessions, but at least for the early time when the evil magic users out there casting a spell, they're not going to know what it is until it actually affects them or does something. So that part is really cool. Their midlands or midderlands setting is awesome. I have the PDF. I'm going to print it and spiral bound it because it doesn't appear that you can buy a physical copy of it. I wish you could. That's one I really want for my collection. I also think it's an awesome world. Like I said, I've been reading the PDF and I've been really enjoying it. And it's not a very dense read. It actually flows really good. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. I will do a review of it once I physically print the book so that I can have something to physically show you. I don't like doing the whole screen thing, putting stuff up on the screen. But Adventure Framework Collection 1, this is awesome. There's 22 adventures in here. This is a GM's dream come true. Everything you need to run is in here. Now, if you're using the low fantasy gaming or an OSR, this is really going to rock you. If you're using 5th edition, all the monsters and the pits and the traps and everything that are in here are easily convertible and or you already have the information in your DMG or your monster manual. So if you want to add some more spice and some just different adventures, this is a really great one, and I can't recommend it enough. Plus, they probably have the coolest symbol in the game, and then their house publication symbol, I think, is amazing as well. Pickpocket Press. So definitely big shout out to Steve for supporting the channel and just doing all the cool stuff that he's been doing. Obviously he has a full-time job, and he's still managing. Him and his friends are putting out all this awesome stuff. So kudos to them. So that was just pretty much the video. I wanted to get something out. Like I said, Rotted Capes coming soon. Chivalry and Sorcery review coming soon. Womb Cult coming soon from Grim Aramel publication. Had Mazza on the show to do a interview, but unfortunately the audio part didn't come through, so you could hear me but you couldn't hear him, so we have to re-record that. He's already agreed to do that, so I'm going to have him on the show. Steve from Pickpocket Press is going to come on the show and actually do an interview with me, as well as I think it's Diogo from another OSR publishing. I seem to be doing a lot of OSR stuff for somebody who doesn't like OSR, but these guys are all awesome. They're all super creative. They all do really cool stuff, and I'm looking forward to getting a chance to chat with them. Also would like to get another episode of That Game or This Game. It's usually a monthly. I took the month of December off, but moving into January, probably second week of January, I'm going to do another episode and get a couple of people on the show. I think I'm going to try to rope the Batman into it as well. And then maybe my buddies over at Indy will come on. Maybe I can even get Bear from Biomundus to come on. I'm hoping. I know he's super busy. He's over there working with the guys over at Warframe video game. If you haven't checked out Warframe, check it out. It's super awesome. Free to play computer MMO. Kind of I don't know what it is. It's just an awesome game. It's Space Ninjas, dude. How can you go wrong? Space Ninjas. So other than that, that's pretty much the end of the video. If you don't want to stick around for the shout outs and everything, feel free to turn it off now, as I gush amazingly over my awesome subscribers and everybody that has really just been amazing to this channel. I can't say enough great things about everybody. It boggles my mind. We've had a bunch of new stuff. See, how many subscribers are we up to? Let's go to Mr. Mean's channel. Who wants to go there? 827 subscribers. So that's awesome. You guys, a big shout out to all the new subscribers. Obviously, if there's no me, there would be no me without you. So you guys are awesome. Just some of these usernames, just they kill me. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the beginning of the... All right, so I think we covered these two last week, but of course, Angel Citadel, Josh, and his wife, I think it's Joanne. She goes by Corsana on the Mr. Mean. They've got their own Cypher book coming out for the Cypher RPG from Monty Cook. Amazing people, super nice. Go check out their channel. Go check out their website. They're on Drive-Thru RPG. But the Angels Citadel, they do reviews. They kind of do a lot of what I do. They have a website. Go check it out. I'll try to get links and put it into Doobly Doo. I'm sure they'll put it up on the Mr. Mean channel. I might even pin it up to the channel. So that brings me to the Discord part. I have a Discord. It's a very active channel. Great group of people there, publishers, designers, players, GMs, open conversation. Come on in. You know, it's like talking to your long lost friends. Super cool people. So new subscriber, Vanishing Tower Press. Not quite sure who are you or who or what you are, Vanishing Tower Press. But reach out to me if you want to do an interview, and obviously if you want to send me some PDFs or physical copies of whatever you're working on, I'd be happy to review them. It may take a minute though, because I got a lot of stuff to do. You guys have been killing me with the review copies and stuff, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So anyway, let's see who else we got here. New subscriber, Satan's Werewolf. Obviously must be a good friend of mine. Great name, sir or ma'am. Thank you for subscribing. Let's see, who else do we have here? New subscriber, Doomed Eyes. Another great username. Awesome. Thank you for subscribing. James Henderson. Thank you, sir, for subscribing. Rude Alert. Thank you for subscribing. And then Pablo Mendoza. Thank you for subscribing. Those last three were in the last 3 days. So that's a huge shout out to all you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it. If there's something you guys want to see reviewed, or you have a friend who's in the business of, creating or making RPGs and they're published, please let me know. Put me in touch with them. Nasser seems to know everybody in the business, and he has done a great job of getting me in touch with people for content. And so I can't say enough wonderful things about Nasser. He's a great community member and supporter of the channel, and we want to support him. He's part of the Gulf Coast role playing over there in Bahrain and Dubai and all that area. So trying to bring role-playing games to the Middle East. So it's a worthy cause. I think role-playing games are a healthy diversion for all the world politics and drama that's going on, or even your own personal drama. And so he's helping the culture over there assimilate to role-playing games and having a blast doing it. I've seen a couple of his interviews and stuff, and they're phenomenal. So go check him out. He's on my Discord. Reach out to him if you can help in some way, shape, or form. Reach out and help him if you can. It means a lot. Let's see what else is going on. Discord channel. Patreon. I keep my Patreon simple. It's $5 a month. And believe it or not, every dollar helps, and it helps out the channel. The money goes back into the channel to pay for all this craziness. It's real simple. You $5. You get whenever I have extra copies of books or whatever, I'll send them out. When I do Let's Plays and things like that, you'll be invited first. Patreons get first dibs. And then the rest of the Meanie Army. And also when I do live chats and stuff like that, you guys get first dibs at that. So like this game or that game, depending on it depends on the tense in which you're speaking of the show. But it's that game, and it's basically a show that I do once a month, usually in the middle of the month, and it is to highlight a game that has meant something personally to the person that chose that game. So I usually get 3 or 4 of the Meanie Army, whether they be publishers, designers, Patreon members, myself, and we talk about that one game that's had an impact on us, that has influenced us in some way, shape, or form, whether it be a design mechanic or just the setting of the game, or just that it's just a damn good game in our opinion. So check that show out. I really want to get that going more. I have a bunch of Kickstarters coming in. Slay, Tabletop, the board. It's a weird thing. I'll show it when it comes in. It's like a raised platform that you put on top of your gaming table, so you don't have to worry about your map. Your map is raised up above the table, or if you're playing a board game, it's raised up above the table so soda and stuff doesn't spill. It looks really cool. I'm looking very forward to using it once we get back to in-house gaming and I get my Pathfinder game going. I've mentioned the Discord. Drive Through RPG. I have an affiliate link. It'll be down in the doobly-doo. Feel free to use it. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it puts a couple pennies in my pocket. I got a mean nose itch, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see what else. I'm obviously mentioned Patreon. ZellyPay for people that don't want to use Patreon. It's baked into your local banking institution if you're here in the U.S. PayPal Pay Me is another great way to send me money to help support the channel. PayPal Pay Me /John Polak. Link in the doobly-doo on my YouTube page as well. Let's see what else. What else is going on, guys? It has been a crazy month. Holidays obviously put a hiatus on our gaming. We did start a Star Wars RPG for let's see, C. Smith here, Cosmic Flux, Joanne, and the Blue Meanie, her husband Josh, who is Angel's Citadel. They're the co-owners of Angel's Citadel, and I think there's one other player. Alan. Alan just joined us last week, and I think it was Cosmic Flux who got the book. And was saying that either him or C. Smith here, it's saying that they never got to play the game and they really, really want to play it more. And I was like, wow, man, I really do enjoy running Star Wars. I really do. Edge of the Empire is my jam. And so we ran that, and we did our second episode last week. And hold on. Alrighty, sorry about that. I had a vicious sneeze. So we're going to hopefully do this Sunday. We'll do our next episode of Edge of the Empire. Having a lot of fun with that. The guys are doing great. Created a really awesome NPC, very obese Twi'lek called Severus Sin, Sinn. And he's very, very creepy, but he's really stinking rich, and he can maybe help the players a lot, or maybe offend them a lot. I'm not quite sure. But he's definitely taken a liking to the Twi'lek in the group, who is a former slave dancer and has basically got her freedom and has become a bounty hunter. Very interesting character played by Cosmic. All the characters are super cool, and I'm very excited to see, to find out what happens next, as the old saying goes. So I may start recording those if we can, if everybody agrees. I think it would be a lot of fun to do a Let's Play and all that fun stuff. So I got nothing else, guys. That's everything. A huge shout out to all the meanies. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support throughout the year. We'll make this the obligatory end of the year video as well, because I think it'll be the last one I get out before the new year. So it's been a crazy year, guys. We've seen a huge growth in the channel. I think when I started the year, I had about 500 subscribers, if that, and now we're up to 827. So that's just amazing. That's you guys telling your friends and everything, and then the channel just growing, in and of itself. It is a lot of fun to do this. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy doing it, and evidently you guys enjoy my stupid voice and this ugly mug on your screen every once a week or twice a week sometimes. So I really do appreciate it. I have a very unique view on the gaming industry, and I'm glad to share it with you guys and to bring interviews of these smaller indie press guys and the smaller publications. There's a ton of videos out there about D&D and Pathfinder, but there's very few videos out there about, low fantasy gaming or rotted capes. So let me know if there's anything in the future you want to see. If you like the live plays, if you want more of them, I'd love to be able to do them, maybe to get some of these designers to run the game for us. I haven't heard anything back from Cyberpunk or Talsorian. None of those guys have. I sent a message out and I still haven't gotten a reply back, so not quite sure what's going on. But I would love to get the head honcho, and his name, I'm drawing a blank right now, but I'd love to get him on the show and talk to him, because he worked a lot with CD Projekt Red, and it's been getting a lot of heat because of the issues with Cyberpunk 2077. I'm playing it on an Xbox Series X, and I haven't really had any problems. I was playing it on my Xbox One X, the Scorpio edition, and I didn't really have any problems. I think it locked up on me once, but I'm not that far into the game. I'm literally maybe an hour at most into the game, so I really haven't had much time to play it. But the times that I did play it, I didn't have any problems. So I think they're making a lot of hype, and I think it's a good game. If you're interested in it, or you're interested in the cyberpunk genre, go check it out. I don't know, guys. I'm enjoying it, so I'm going to continue to enjoy it. And if it gets bad, then I'll wait for a patch. Nothing beats the debacle of Anthem last year, so it's nowhere near that level of craziness, so I'm okay with it. But that is really about it, guys. I just wanted to say thank you. End of year shout outs to everybody that's helped the channel and supported the channel, all the Patreons. Thank you, guys. It really, really means a lot. I wish I could do more to give you more of a physical reward, but it is what it is. But that's why I try to keep the Patreon membership low. I think $5 is acceptable, and like I said, it helps out the channel. You guys, the Patreon members, paid for this swing arm that is, very adjustable for my microphone, and so thank you very much. It's a very good arm. It's very sturdy, and I'm liking it a lot. So as always, peace and hair grease. Remember, Mr. Mean says, be nice. And more stuff coming in 2021, guys. Let's hope for a great year. Love you guys all, and be great, man. Treat each other nice. Peace.